I want so much more out of both of these, and they're not giving it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a me thing or is that a them thing?
That's a problem with them. It's not us, it's them. Welcome to the channel, bringing a real-world perspective to the real-world whiskey consumer.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Erin.
And we're back with another totally double-blind head-to-head where we have no idea what's in our glasses. I put together these pairs in our sample pool. Erin draws them at random. We have no clue what we're sipping on, but what we will do is taste each glass, let you know how they compare to each other, give them a rating, find out the price, and see if that changes our rating before we find out what we're drinking. You do it this way so that you get the most honest opinions possible, separate and apart from any labels or bias or hype or even the price of the glass.
Yeah.
That said, let's go ahead and get into glass one on the nose.
So right off the bat, I get like a rubber cement smell.
Interesting. So sometimes you say you get cardboard, and this kind of smells like if you just had a really large cardboard box and you put your head in it and you smell. So you're not right up on it. You're not getting the direct cardboard smell. Like you're not smelling the cardboard right here, but you smell it from over here.
You're just around it.
Yeah, there's like this kind of, I don't know what, it's like a dry
I think I'm getting
mustiness.
that as like rubber cement. I'm not getting mustiness. I'm getting kind of like sharp, like fumes. I'm getting fumes like you get when you smell rubber cement.
I'm not getting sharp at all. It smells very faint to me. And when I say cardboard, it's just coming across like a dry piece of wood to me. There's just not a lot going on the nose.
What is cardboard made out of? Paper?
I guess. I don't know.
So it's wood.
Boards of card? I don't know.
Well, that's true.
I'm not a scientist.
That's true.
All right, let's get it on the palate.
So this tastes like a dry erase marker.
Man, this has rye vibes to me.
It does, but I need more. I need more time with it.
Man, okay. Yeah, there's a little bit of fruitiness there. There's a little bit of like tart apple fruitiness.
It's tart.
Like a little green apple.
I don't know how I feel about this.
But that's underneath all the other stuff. Wow, that's very interesting.
Let's do another sip.
Let's go.
Okay. So to be honest, I don't love this. It's like sharp and tart at the same time.
Yeah, the tartness is faint to me though. It's there, and the sharpness is there, and the oakiness, the woodiness is there, as is a caramel note as well. Everything's kind of there, but I think probably the most forefront. Hey, what am I trying to say here? The most forward in the glass is a little bit of the sharpness and woodiness. The woodiness isn't sharp. The alcohol is sharp.
It's like an alcohol burn.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting a lot of flavor. I'm not sure about this guy.
I'm not sure if maybe we need to spend more time with it,
might.
And maybe it will open up a little bit more as our palates become accustomed to it. But it's coming across with a decent bit of proof, and not in a bad, like, I don't know. It's just, maybe we just have to acclimate to that glass. Let's find out what glass 2 has in store, and how it compares on the nose.
Automatically, this smells a little fruitier, but also kind of rubber cement reminiscent. What is it with rubber cement today?
This to me smells like an Old Forester product. I get the same.
I don't know what that means.
I'm not saying it is. I'm not trying
to me.
I'm not trying to guess that it's an Old Forester product, but I get a little bit of banana cherry on it.
So when you say it smells like an Old Forester product, you mean banana cherry?
Yeah, that there's a combination of those two things that happens a lot in Old Forester products, and that's what I'm getting out of this glass. On the nose, at least.
Okay.
Or Jack Daniel's can be this way a little bit, but Jack Daniel's doesn't quite have as much cherry. It's a little bit more banana, vanilla, oak, whereas this is a little bit more banana cherry, which leads me down the Old Forester track.
Before we taste this one, I'm still feeling what I think is the proof on glass 1. I think glass 1 is proofy.
It does hang around.
Yeah.
So this may be proofy as well. It probably is if we have it in a head-to-head for whatever reason. We'll find out later once we know what the pours are, but let's get this on the palate.
So I'm getting like a cherry cough syrup kind of note.
Yeah, the cherry that's in there does go medicinal. It's kind of has like that cloying, syrupy sweetness to it, but the mouthfeel isn't a syrupy mouthfeel.
Right.
Man, that's really interesting. This is a wild matchup because they seem to both not be all that great.
Yeah.
To me, at least right now.
To me as well, and I want to take a little more time with it, but right now I'm not like in love with either of these.
To be fair, we did have a pour to kind of wake our palates up a little bit.
And I did also just literally wake up from a nap.
Yeah, you just woke up from a nap, and that's happened once before where we both took a nap. My palate was kind of asleep after waking up. I didn't take a nap this time, but I'm not having a dissimilar experience from how you are. But what we need to do right now is take some time with both these glasses. We're going to do that without talking to a camera. That way they get their just dues, and then we'll be back to tell you what we think about them, which one we prefer, how we rank them, and then we'll find out price and what we're drinking. This actually got super interesting to me. I feel like you might not have had the same experience. How did they compare after you spent some time?
I didn't love them. They both tasted like I was drinking medicine for an illness. If I had to pick, I would pick glass 2 over glass 1. I think glass 2 was slightly darker of a medicine, darker of a syrup. This one, glass 1, was a little brighter, a little sharper though. So didn't love either of them, but if I had to pick, glass 2 would be the one I would want another pour of.
So when I spent some time with these, what I got was a pretty classic bourbon profile. The sweetness is tempered. I've been wrong before and called rye bourbons.
Correct.
But to me, these came across more bourbony as I spent more time with them. The other thing I will say that I noticed is that the medicinalness that you were getting on glass 2, that dissipated for me, and the cherry just became a nice cherry note rather than a medicinal cherry note. The spice, the alcohol burn tamed down on glass 1 to me. Glass 1 to me was soft on the front of the palate with a late spice that kind of swelled up a little bit, kind of slowly, not very prominent, but it lingered around for a while. Glass 2 had a very similar sweetness to glass 1, but it was more spice driven, and I like that. So I probably do have a preference towards glass 2 if I had to pick. But where's your ratings on these?
Due to the sharpness on both of these, I'm going to give both of them just okay. Glass 2, as you were talking, I was retasting it to see if that sharpness fell off for me like it did for you. And it did not. It was still pretty sharp. It was deeper in flavor and richer I did get some cherry, but it was still sharp and medicinal. And I don't, if I want medicine, I'll just take medicine. I don't want medicine with my whiskey. So they both get just okay for me.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point. I do like them, and I'm probably going to say just okay on both glasses for myself right now.
Don't let me sway you.
I'm not. I mean, I could go just okay or thumbs up right now. I like them, but I don't have to have a bottle of them.
Okay.
If the price is right, I'll move to a thumbs up on one or the other.
Fair.
If the price is wrong, I will stay at just okay. If the price is high, I'll go thumbs down on either one. But I can't wait to find out what they are. Let's get right into it and not delay any further.
Nope.
So, in our blind sample key, glass number 1 is number 49.
Okay.
So, we're going to find out price first.
Okay.
Glass number 1, price?
$80.
Youch.
Which, there have been more expensive whiskeys, but I don't know. Okay. Yeah. I will keep my thoughts to myself right now.
I'll stay just okay on that, personally.
I might go thumbs down, but that's not my official verdict yet.
Glass 2 is... price-wise?
Glass 2 is number 50, so that is $60.
$60. Okay. Well, didn't we both prefer glass 2?
We did prefer glass 2. I'm going to stay just okay on glass 2. For $60, it's not a bad product. Wasn't in my flavor profile, but if it's in your flavor profile, it'd be a good buy. So just okay for me on that. Glass 49 compared to glass 2. Glass 49. Glass A. Number 49 in our pool. Glass A. I'm going to go thumbs down for me because it's in comparison to glass 2.
You're saying lots of numbers and letters and such. Okay. Glass 1, thumbs down.
Glass 1, thumbs down.
At $80.
At $80 compared to glass 2, which is just okay, and it's $60.
Okay.
And I feel like...
Hang on. I am going to say just okay on both. I like them. I just don't have to have a bottle of them. Don't hear what I'm not saying. I'm not saying I don't like them by saying just okay. Oh. I just don't have to have a bottle of either one of these. I like them just fine.
Same.
If I had a bottle of them, I would drink them. I would enjoy them. They are what they are.
Right. And for me, I'm going...
They are who we thought they were.
I'm going thumbs down because in comparison to glass 2, there's no need for me to even try to get glass 1.
Right. So let's find out what is glass 1, number 49.
Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered, batch 152A.
Whoa.
It's 113.4 proof.
Okay.
What does that mean?
I mean, it's Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered. It's a lauded, beloved pour. It just came across pretty sharp, and it didn't have as much going on as we wanted. What's glass 2?
Old Forester 1920, 115 proof.
Wow. Man, this has been in the sample lineup for quite a while.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, we've been out of a bottle of 1920 for a long time.
Yeah, because we haven't repurchased it because we don't particularly love 1920.
Hang on, didn't you say something like Sharpie marker or something on glass 2? We've got nail polish remover on this bottle.
I don't recall which one I said that on.
Man.
No, I think it was a head-to-head we filmed prior to this.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we both preferred 1920 over Smoke Wagon.
But they were both sharp to me and tasted like medicine, if you recall. I did say that.
Yeah. Wow. And I said this tasted like Old Forester. Smelled and tasted. Hey. So if you can't find if you can't find Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered and you want a similar experience, kind of, just grab a bottle of 1920.
Similar-ish.
If you like 1920, grab a Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered if you find one. I'm now knowing what they are, I stay firm in my ratings of just okay for both. I like both products. If I have a bottle, I will sip on it. I will enjoy it over time. But once the bottle runs out, will I rush out to get another bottle? I'm definitely not rushing out to get one. Will I opportunistically buy a bottle? Probably. They're nice bottles to have around, but also if there's something else available that I might like a little more, I'd probably just buy the thing that I like a little bit more, and then these would get pushed to the back burner. It's just the way that it goes. I will say that I have noticed a degradation in the quality, by my standpoint, at least from my perspective, on the Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered batches. Props to Aaron Chepanik over at Smoke Wagon for turning out batch after batch to give product to the market to make them available. However, if that comes at the consequence of quality, I'm not really behind that. So hopefully there's some balance to be struck with Smoke Wagon in the future. I'm not the only person I've heard talk about that. With that said, 1920 is readily available almost everywhere. Smoke Wagon can be quite hard to find in some markets, flat out not distributed in other markets.
Gotcha.
Let this be a testament that there are things on the shelf that can compare favorably, if not best,
it's not
what you might be looking for.
But it could be a fairish comparison.
Yeah, this was a really fun head-to-head.
Yeah.
If you like this video, then like it. And if you like this style of content, then be sure to subscribe, because we bring it to you every week with these blind head-to-heads, as well as a bunch of other types of video formats and all that stuff.
Yes.
And if you want to get on some barrel picks, join our community, all that good stuff, check out the link to our Patreon down below.
And I think that's it. Be good to each other. And until next time, cheers. I wish Smoke Wagon tasted as good to me as I feel like their bottles look to me. Their bottles are beautiful.
Yeah. I called Old Forester. I called it right off the nose.
You did. I'm actually quite impressed.
I feel like a genius.
You can have mine Old Forester as well.
I'll drink this 1910. This is the thing.
It's 1910. It's not 1910. It's 1920.
1920. Am I going to go out and buy a bottle of this right now? No. Will I eventually buy another bottle of it? Probably. But I don't have to have one.
Thing is, I didn't dislike it, but if you were like, hey, Aaron, would you like some 1920? I'd be like, hard pass.
Yeah, I would say, well, you know, what else do you have? Let's look at the shelf. There's something to be said for that. That's a just okay if I've ever heard one. It's not a hard pass, but, you know, there's other things out there, too.
I would be a hard pass if I knew what it was.
Yeah.
You know what you should do? Instead of giving up sugar for a month, you should try giving up coffee for a month.
Nope, don't you dare. Do not you dare.
Do not you dare. That's funny. When you say it like that, that sounds horrible. Like when you say don't you dare. But if you say do not you dare, like that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. This is a conjunction gone wrong.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function? Hooking up words and phrases and clauses. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? Have you ever heard that? Schoolhouse Rock? I mean, I am older than you, so it makes sense why you wouldn't know that.
I'm just going to let you go.
I know.